the applicant is very clearly of the opinion that is not something that he feels is appropriate for this site and is something that is marketable on this site. In other words, if you put a continuous row of properties there, they would struggle to sell the properties in effect. So what they're saying is certainly it's not something that they would want to support, and clearly something they haven't put forward. And we feel in design terms, which is the important issue here, that the way these buildings are now grouped and closely related to each other are acceptable. So we are happy with the design of that, and the conservation officer is in agreement with that. So
it's clearly a commercial consideration
from the applicant's perspective, but we think in planning terms, which is an important consideration, we think it is acceptable.
Okay, Councillor Findlow, you happy with that?
Not entirely happy, but I understand the response. Thank you for it.
Okay. I can see nobody else has got any other questions for officers. So then if we can open this up for debate, if anybody feels that they want to say anything. No? Not much. No comments from anybody? Okay, Councillor Mannion, you've got a...
Yeah, I'm conscious of how long we've been at this meeting. Thanks for a very accessible presentation. I couldn't attend the site visit, well, none of us did, but I am fairly familiar with the site. I'd recommend we accept the officer's recommendation on this one. I think there's obviously been quite a lot of work gone into this to come up with a scheme that's workable and acceptable. The tree shadowing is an issue, but again, when people are buying the properties, they'll be quite aware of that. So I'm happy to propose we accept the recommendation.
Okay, so so that's a proposal. We've got Councillor Puddicombe first, and then Councillor Ailith Harwood.
Yeah, thank you. I recall going on the site visit because I think it was the last site visit I went on before the world changed. So I remember it well. Thank you to Mr. Crowther for the comprehensive report there, the presentation, which was very helpful. As I recall from last time we looked at it in February, I mean, it was a fairly close run thing, whether or not we approved or refused, but we refused at the time. I think the changes that have been made since that Mr. Crowther outlined are perfectly acceptable. So I would be happy to second Councillor Mannion's proposal.
Okay, I'm afraid you've been beaten to the post on that by Councillor Holland, who was happy to support approval. Or is that
no problem?
Sorry, Chairman, just to say, anybody seconding does need to verbalise that.
Okay.
Because,
okay. Well, in that case, Councillor Puddicombe, as you did say it verbally first, so we've now got a proposer, and Councillor Puddicombe has seconded it. Has anyone got any? And we've got Ailith Harwood who wants to say.
I'm sorry, Chair. I was going to second it, so I'll.
Okay. Right. Well, unless anyone's got any other comments, then I think we can go straight to the vote. Yeah. Okay. So now invite Stephen. So we'll go in alphabetical order, if we may. So I'm going to start off. So this is for voting for the recommendation, and if we can say for, against, or not voting, please. So I'm going to start with Councillor Liz Braithwaite.
For. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Findlow.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Harewood.
For.
Councillor Holland.
I am for, and I would have seconded if I'd have realised I had to speak. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that anyway. Councillor McFarlane.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'm for it. Thank you.
Okay. Councillor Mannion.
I'm for, Chair.
And then we've got Councillor Puddicombe.
For.
And we've got Councillor Smetham.
For.
Okay. So
Chair, are you voting as well?
I won't vote, that's fine.
Okay,
So that's 8. So that's unanimous. So that is approved. Which actually brings us to the end of this planning meeting. So I think just leaves me to say thank you very much for your time and your patience earlier on in when we had our technical difficulties. So, but everybody seemed to handle it very well. So much appreciated, and have a very good rest of the day.
Bye, everybody. Keep safe.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.